Time now to get to recruiting, and let's get to our go-to source for recruiting. That is Richard Davenport from Whole Hog Sports. You can follow him on Twitter at AR Recruiting Guy. RD, let's start with Keyshawn Embree. He is from Oklahoma. He is a guard in the class of 2018.
He officially visited this weekend. He'll visit Texas A&M and West Virginia. And right now, I can't really say exactly where Arkansas is in the mix right there, but at least he's got 3 schools he's looking at right now. Obviously, he could take 2 more official visits and then make a decision, but I think that's kind of up in the air from what I can understand.
All right, let's go to football, and up front on the O-line, talking about a tackle right now, Jerome Carvin from the state of Tennessee, 6'4", 325. I understand this guy has some other SEC interest aside from Arkansas.
No doubt. He's one of the better offensive linemen in the Mid-South, 6'5", 330, and just obviously has that size that Arkansas looks for on the offensive line. He's really developed a good relationship with Coach Bielema, Coach Anderson, and Coach Lunny. Coach Lunny recruits the Memphis area. That's why you hear his name mentioned when Jerome talks about Arkansas. Really likes the emphasis on the offensive line. He plans to visit Arkansas early December. He plans to visit his other schools, Alabama, Mississippi State, and Tennessee, during the season. He's unsure on his 5th visit, but if Arkansas gets that last visit, that's a plus, because he's going to make his decision in December because he's going to enroll in January. So we'll just see how that plays out. You know,
we're excited to talk about Justice Hill, and we're excited for Justice to get to the Hill to play some hoops. But it's all about football. It's all about his overall athleticism, what he did on the football field, and his return to football this past week. Electrifying performance from Justice.
He totally changed the game. He played receiver, quarterback, and cornerback in the first half. The starting quarterback for Little Rock Christian got hurt. He came in and started at quarterback, and they went from 13 points to 43 points at the end of the game. He was the complete difference in the game, his ability to make things happen, not only with his running ability, but he was also pretty accurate with the pass. Auburn and LSU have inquired since that game to see what kind of level of interest he has in playing football on the next level. I think that's up in the air. We'll have to see how that plays out. But there, Justice did say there's some interest. But again, playing 2 sports in college is very taxing, and just time will tell what happens there.
That's a great story there overall. Traylon Burks, also an in-state guy from Warren. Now, I understand Traylon is from the class of 2019. What about his performance overall, just his talent overall as far as being a receiver?
He had to play both ways against Little Rock Christian on Tuesday, and you definitely see a guy that has elite type ability at the receiver position. Obviously, Arkansas was one of the first schools to offer him. Coach Bielema and Coach Lunny was at his school on Friday morning. He's definitely a priority. I think Arkansas is in good shape. He wants to stay close to home because he's very close to his grandmother and mother.
Now, you mentioned Barry Lunny Jr. and Brett Bielema. Now, those guys had the opportunity to recruit a little bit. This past Friday, of course, coaches could now direct message juniors on Twitter. So, again, that started just at 12:01 Friday morning. The first day coaches could contact the juniors. Tell me a little bit more about that as far as just how that plays out in terms of recruiting. Just 30 seconds on that.
Well, Arkansas contacted about 50 juniors from coast to coast. Coach Bielema was obviously involved along with the whole coaching staff. And right after midnight on Thursday, or early Friday morning, was the first time college coaches could contact juniors, and that's what they did, and definitely contacted a lot of them.
Yeah, taking full advantage of obviously having a little bit more time before week 2, taking on TCU. All right, RD, as always, great job. Thanks very much. Devois Whaley's family impacted by Hurricane Harvey. More on that story next on the Pig Trail.